Thursday night is a special festivity, the Bavarian evening, and the festivities are still going on behind us. Really, in some ways, the meeting is over tonight, but the final day takes place on Malow Island. We're gonna all be on a ship. It takes probably 2 hours to get to this beautiful little island where there's just one final session and then a picnic and just relaxing and celebrating that you made it. This year, there's been about 40 Nobel laureates and 600 young scientists from 89 countries, and most of them are here to talk to me right now. So let's meet a few of them and find out about their science and how much they've enjoyed the meeting. We got a couple Brazilians. If it's not obvious, they're very proud, apparently. So tell them.
I am Carolina Junho. I'm originally from Brazil, as Brian said, but now I work in Germany, in Aachen. In Germany.
What do you do? What kind of scientist are you?
Yeah, I am a physiology science. I work most of the time with the chronic kidney disease and cardiovascular disease.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Gustavo,
And also
you're the
Brazilian.
reason that you're the first. Yeah. I met Gustavo like on the first day, and now here we are finally.
Thank you. I'm Gustavo, I'm also from Brazil, and I did my MD in São Paulo, in Brazil. And then now I've been working with artificial intelligence and virtual reality in ophthalmology in Miami, in the US.
All right, I'm sorry. On behalf of all Americans, I'm sorry.
Hello, my name is Choah Kim. I am from South Korea, but I am currently based in Boston. And my research, I am a cell membrane biologist. And so I study membrane proteins and lipids and how they interact, and specifically in the context of chronic kidney disease.
All right. Is there a reason, what drew you to that subject?
So a lot of patients with diabetes and metabolic diseases ultimately die from kidney disease. And so kidney disease has a lot of different comorbidities or associated diseases that involve lipids and are affected by circulating lipids in the bloodstream potentially. So we're interested in seeing how lipids in the bloodstream may impact organs like the kidney and how that can contribute to kidney disease development.
All right.
Hello, my name is Shichun Ling. I was born in China and I completed my education in the United States. I currently work on understanding the causes and consequences of antisocial and criminal behavior, including thinking about biological factors, and I am currently collaborating with international researchers, including researchers from Sweden, which is what I'm very excited about, a project that we're working on right now.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you completed your education. You're done learning.
Yeah. Formal learning, but as scientists, we're always learning.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Sara. I'm from Belgium. I'm a postdoc currently at the University of Antwerp. My research is on obstructive sleep apnea patients, and more specific, the data analysis of their sleep studies.
And did you always know you wanted to be a scientist and this kind of study? What got you into this?
Well, sleep apnea, just stumbled upon it. I did my PhD on it and then rolled into it, and 7 years later we're here. And always wanted to be a scientist. I've always been interested in lots of things, and always wanted to keep it as broad as possible. And I have always been interested in the medical world, so that's
excellent. Carolina, did you always know you wanted to go into science?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always knew.
What do you love about it?
I love how the scientists, mainly here in Lindau, that I could connect with them. They are more optimistic about the science. I think after they go home, for their own institutes, they will do their best. They are really have a lot of gas to do their best, and I don't know. That's how I feel now. Exactly how I feel now. So I feel really optimistic, and I think my friends also think the same.
Yeah. Gustavo, what gets you motivated and gets you out of bed every day to go to work, and what do you actually do at work?
I think most for also for the clinical aspect, but also for the science, it's to try to make an impact on someone's life. I think this is what gets me to work, and this is true. As a clinician, we can do like we can have some impact on some patients, but as a scientist, you can have a much bigger impact, and if you discover like something.
Okay. And what about you? What do you? Is there something you wish people better understood about science, or any misconceptions about science that?
Yeah, I mean, I think in a sense this is kind of addressing that question in itself, but I think the difference in science understanding between scientists in the lab or researchers versus just the general public, that gap is large, and I think that itself leads to many misconceptions, and a lot of understanding in the public can be driven by specific media or news articles, and that might be biased in its own way. So I think just expanding accessibility of science education and understanding to the public in itself is important, and we're working towards that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the meeting. So, I mean, we're pretty far into it now. It's even almost over. Have there been any particular highlights that you've had?
I think the whole week has been a highlight. So yeah, I think the people
Yeah,
are
true.
like the highlight of the whole meeting. That's what the meeting makes it what it is, I guess. Meeting other young scientists from all over the world, stepping into here not knowing anyone, and now seeing all those faces that you kind of know. Meeting with the Nobel laureates, they're really accessible. It's amazing experience.
I completely agree, and I think it's just been a very inspiring and empowering experience. And I think that all of us are going to leave this meeting with new ideas and new friends and new collaborations, and so I think the future is very bright.
Did you have any particular sessions or encounters with laureates that were exciting?
I was inspired by all of the talks that I went to. The one that I think initially had a really big impact for me was the talk by Dr. Frances Arnold. It's because she is just such a great science communicator, and she also is working in a space where she's able to influence policy. And I think it's really important for us as scientists to think about how we can translate our research into the public sphere and make it accessible and make it useful as well.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's a difficult question because I think so many of the sessions have been so insightful and inspiring. But I think one of the quotes that kind of I keep thinking about and that I keep remembering is in one of our open exchanges with Dr. Stefan Hell. He said that once you find a question interesting, then make sure that you keep on prying into it, because at the end of the day, nature is your ally. And so I just thought that was really cool that, we're trying to make discoveries, and I never thought about nature as an ally, but I think it's a ground truth to our discovery.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Apart from other interactions, I really love Dr. Professor Patel lecture to see how you can impact with a phone. You can impact such millions of people.
Yeah, I would say the same, and I think this presentation opened our eyes for this new technology that is super accessible for us, and it's super there, and then we can extrapolate and use this technology a lot in beneficial of the people. This is amazing. What's amazing for me?
I didn't hear that talk, and I've heard people reference it. So it's something about you being able to use the light on your cell phone.
Yeah,
how?
To blood the as a glycosimeter. So we
also
actually
hemoglobin also,
exactly.
hemoglobin also, and I think he uses the sensors that are already in the phone. He didn't put any new device, in exception of the glucose one, and he makes exactly the same what external.
And actually correlates very well
with
the clinic,
outside apparatus. So this can be really used and is spread for he was bringing an example about Peru that he used this to screen all the kids in population in Peru in 3 weeks. Like this is incredible.
Yeah,
I was completely
Astonishing.
yes. Yes.
Yeah. And let me ask you, since I want to try to get you all in, and it's hard because there are so many of us. But when you go home and tell your friends and family about this meeting, not everyone's heard of the meeting. So what would you say? Like, what is the Lindau Nobel Laureate Meeting?
Wow, that's a very difficult question.
I'm glad it started with
But
that.
I think it's most of all an amazing opportunity. It's a way to get to know the whole world in a way, in just like one tiny little city. I'm also in a host family, and it was a really very nice experience. Yeah, I mean, it's getting to know different cultures, different opinions, but also getting new ideas for science, and yeah, it's been amazing.
Excellent.
I would definitely agree, and I think it's a space where people can find inspiration and see what other scientists are working on and how it connects to their own research, or perhaps inspire new ideas and new areas to delve into.
I think it was an amazing experience for open exchange and just very eye-opening in the sense that it gave opportunities to meet peers, to meet laureates who I would never have met otherwise. And that's across the globe, and I think that's just an amazing once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
So you were glad not to have to go first, but now that they've all said that,
Yeah,
what
now.
have you got, Gustavo? What do you got?
Like I risk to say that after my PhD defense, this is like the most academic thing I was ever in my life. Really, yes. Like the achievement, the kind of achievement. Yeah.
I think that it's all about connections and having lots of inputs and different perspectives. And I think Lindau is about what makes Lindau stand out and be different from any other scientific meeting is the people who are here. And this is amazing. I think.
Excellent. Well, hey, thank you all and for stepping outside of the party to take the time to talk to me and say hi to the people out there. And again, here are 5 of the extraordinary 600 young scientists here this week. And we'll probably be talking to even more of them tomorrow. Bye.